Where's the food?
You heard Colin Angus talking about grizzly bears? Those cats look like grizzlies.
They do.
It's very impressive. What we're going to do right now is we are going to turn it over to Mr. Patrick Maliha, who had a chance to interview one of the great comics from this country, Mr. Mike MacDonald, as part of the Vancouver Comedy Festival. Here we go.
Please welcome your headliner, Mr. Mike MacDonald.
I'm sitting here with preeminent stand-up comic, one of Canada's, if not North America's, finest and funniest stand-up comics, Mike MacDonald. Mike, how are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. I was just listening to the intro going, is there somebody else on the show?
Who's coming up? It can't
All
be.
right.
You are, and no matter where you go, let's, admit it, no matter where you go in Canada, sell out all the time.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're still a draw.
If they advertise it, usually, I can find at least 500 people anywhere that want to have a good laugh, yeah.
Do you still get the same rush when you hit the stage as you did 20 years ago?
Yeah, just about. Like when I'm on stage and it's, people always ask me what's my favorite place to go to or what's my favorite audience, and it's the, it's...
Vancouver!
That'd be the easy answer, but it's like that old Elvis line. It's the audience I'm playing to right now. Ironically, it's when I go to these gigs, the people that hire me think that they're paying for the show, but the show's what I do for free. What they're paying for is me leaving my beautiful wife back at home, getting into a cab, getting on the plane, and sleeping in a strange hotel. But when I get on stage, that's the part I do for free because that's the part I like. It's everything else that they pay for.
Yeah, it's like the old adage, do what you love and the money will follow type of thing, so.
You would think. I mean, if I had like stupid money, like Jim Carrey money, I'd be on that eBay like all day. I mean, I'd be like buying everything. I mean, every toy that I ever had, I'd be on eBay buying it. That would be my passion.
What's the one toy that you wish that you could have right now?
I think I had this James Bond attaché case that had the barrel coming out of the briefcase and it opened up and it had all these guns and stuff. That was pretty cool when I was a kid. Yeah,
that's very nice.
I unfortunately left it in my dad's car on vacation, and it was in the back seat, just underneath the window, and it melted because it was all plastic. And I was like, God, my dad said, "See, that'll teach you," and I'm not buying another one. Yeah. The life lesson. It's like, yeah, good. You should have told me that it wouldn't melt. If you're the adult and you knew so much.
That's
so
funny.
he just let me put it underneath the window with the sign.
You're gonna learn a lesson for sure now.
No, I'm not gonna buy one. 49 years later, on eBay.
Oh, man. So who do you like to watch now as a stand-up comic? Who's your favorite guys to watch on stage?
It's tough, because I remember reading an article about George Carlin, this interview with him, and he said, they asked him, if he thought any other comedian was funny. He said, well, most comedians have 2 or 3 jokes that are funny, and I remember thinking, boy, that's really bummed me out because like a lot of guys, I would love George Carlin to come and see me and go, wow, you're really funny.
You've got 4.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, something like that. But but years later, I came to understand him because it's like being a magician, and we know how to do it. So if some other comic pulls a rabbit out of his hat, we go, wow, that's the old rabbit out of the hat, So it takes them to, they have to pull a lion out of the hat before we go, wow, a lion. We didn't, I wasn't, But there are guys that consistently make us laugh on stage and off. Like a perfect example would be Brett Butt.
Oh yeah,
from
fantastic.
Vancouver, but he makes us laugh even more off stage than on. On stage we appreciate what he does and stuff, and we laugh consistently, but off stage we laugh even more. And a lot of times with guys like that, we wish the audience could see him off stage as much as they see him on stage, because off stage there's a lot of guys that are really, really funny. You get to see the real the magic happening there. So is that why you chose to do the Vancouver International Comedy Festival? Well, I like doing all festivals because the festivals are usually the best crowds, and the Vancouver Comedy Festival, because it's run by a friend of mine, Will Davis, and
very funny comic in his own right.
And I know that it's going to be usually filled with people that I like and friends of mine, so I know it's going to be a good time. And I've been in Canada for the last couple of weeks, and I've been watching all this stuff about Vancouver, and it's it's a nice place for me. You know, they all that stuff about like we will keep this place open, and you know, they don't know if they're going to buzz people with the pot and everything. You know, Vancouver, it's a nice place. I like it here. You know what I mean?
A little bit more relaxed than other places you've
Yeah.
been, I'm sure. One final question: if you could go back and do it all over again, what's the one thing you'd change?
Very seriously, I would do half the drugs. And with the money that I saved from doing just half the drugs, I'd be on a movie set right now and making my own movies. It was fun and everything, and you know, we had a lot of great times and blah, 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 but it was just a waste of money, a lot of it, you know. So-called enlightenment, you know, yeah, we had a lot of enlightenment, but then it was just a lot of excess. So yeah, that's the one thing I'd change. I would save half my money there on that and then be on a movie set right now.
Wow, absolutely fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Mike. That was very cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'm Patrick Maliha, and I've been talking with Mike MacDonald. You can catch him at the Vancouver Comedy Festival. Thank you very much.
There's no more air, tripping over myself, going nowhere, waiting, suffocating.